Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari
Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari
Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Jayorangamanoma Kunjavihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vrajanaranjana Yashodanandana Vrajanaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Jayodanamandhoma Kunjavihari Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Namo Bhagavate
Om
Vasudevaya.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirai Nashta Prayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Prabhuji, Pranam Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
ईजे चाकृत भी घोर है पिता पशु मारक देवान् पितॄन् भूतपतीन् नाना कामो यथा भवान् ईजे चाकृत भी घोर है पिता पशु मारक देवान् पितॄन् भूतपतीन् नाना कामो यथा भवान् जाकृतुभिः घोरैः
ईजेवाकृतिभिः घोरे
पशुमारकैः
दीक्षा
दीक्षा
पशुमार्गे
पशुमार्गे
देवान् पितॄन् भूतपतीन्
देवान् पितॄन् भूतपतीन्
नानाकामो यथा भवान्
नानाकामो यथा
भवान्
ये
भवान्
चाक्रतुभिः घोरैः
ये चाकृतिभिर्घोरे
पशुमारकैः
दीक्षिता
दीक्षिता
पशुमार्गे
पशुमार्गे
देवान् पितॄन् भूतपतीन्
देवान्
देवान्
पितॄन्
पितॄन् भूतपतीन्
नानाकामो यथा भवान्
नानाकामो यथा
नानाकामो यथा
भवान्
भवान्
ईजे च क्रतुर्घोरे
ईजे
ईजे
चाक्रतुभिः
चाकृतिभिः
घोरैः
घोरे
पशुमारकः
दीक्षितः पशुमार्कै
देवान् पितॄन् भूतपतीन्
पितॄन् भूतपतीन्
नानाकामो यथा भवान्
नानाकामो यथा भवान्
ईजे च क्रतुर्घोरे
ये चाक्रतुभिः घोरैः
पशुमर्के
दीक्षिता पशुमार्कै
देवान् पितॄन् भूतपते
देवान् पितॄन् भूतपतीन्
नानाकामो यथा भवान्
नानाकामो यथा भवान्
बीजे चाकृतभिर्घोरे
ईजे चाक्रतुभिः घोरैः
दीक्षिता पशुमारते
दीक्षितः पशुमार्कै
देवान् पितॄन् भूतपते
देवान् पितॄन् भूतपते
नानाकामो यथा भवान्
नानाकामो यथा भवान्. Yes, online, anybody?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी दम प्रणाम. ईजे चाक्रतुभिर्घोरे दीक्षिता पशुमार्के देवान् पितॄन् भूतपतीन् नानाकामो यथा भवान्. हरे कृष्ण
हरे
प्रभु जी
कृष्णा
दम
प्रभु जी दंडवत
कृष्णा
प्रणाम
प्रभु जी
ईजे चाकृतिभिः घोरे दीक्षिता पशुमार्गे देवान् पितॄन् भूतपतीन् नानाकामो यथा भवान्. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी.
घोरे दीक्षितः पशुमारते देवान् पितॄन् भूतपतीन् नानाकामो यथा भवान्. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु.
हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. ईजे चाकृतुभिः घोरे दीक्षितः पशुमारकैः देवान् पितॄन् भूतपती नानाकामो यथा भवान्. हरे
हरे
कृष्ण.
कृष्णा प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम ईजे न क्रतुभिरते दीक्षित पशुमार्गे देवन् प्रीतन् भूतपते रते नाम कामे यथा यथा भवान्.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडवत
ईजे
प्रणाम
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम. ईजे चाक्रतुभिर्घोरेर्दीक्षितः पशुमारकैः देवान् पितॄन् भूतपतीन् नानाकामो यथा भवान्. हरे कृष्ण.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु ईजे चाक्रतुभिर्घोरे दीक्षिता पशुमारकः देवान् पितॄन् भूतपतीन् नानो कामो यदा भवान्. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. ईजे चाक्रतुर्घोरे दीक्षिता पशुमारकैः देवान् पुत्रान् भूतपतीन् नानाकामो यथा भवान्. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. थैंक यू सो मच.
Ije, he worshipped. Cha, also. Kratubihi, by sacrifices. Ghorai, ghastly. Dikshitaha, inspired. Pashumarekai, wherein poor animals are killed. Devan, the demigods. Pitrin, forefathers. Bhutapati, great leaders of human society. Nana, various. Kamaha, having desires. Yatha, like Bhavan, you. The great sage Narada continued, my dear King Prachina Parishat, like you, King Puranjana also became implicated in so many desires. Thus he worshipped demigods, forefathers, and social leaders with various sacrifices, which were all very ghastly because they were inspired by the desire to kill animals. The great sage Narada continued,
The great sage Narada
my dear King
continued,
Prachina Parishat,
my dear King
like
Prachina
you,
Parishad, like
King
you,
Puranjana
King
also became
Puranjana
implicated
also became
so many
implicated
desires.
in so many desires.
Thus he worshipped
Thus he worshipped
demigods,
demigods,
forefathers, and
forefathers,
social leaders with
and social
various
leaders
sacrifices,
with various
all very
sacrifices,
ghastly,
which were all very
because they were
ghastly
inspired
because they
by
were
the
inspired
desire
by
to animals.
the desire to kill animals.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. In this verse, the great sage Narada discloses that the character of Puranjana was being described to give lessons to King Prachina Parishad. Actually, the entire description was figuratively describing the activities of King Prachina Parishad. In this verse, Narada frankly says, like you, Yatha Bhavan, which indicates that King Puranjana is none other than King Prachina Parishad himself. Being a great Vaishnava, Narada Muni wanted to stop animal killing in sacrifices. He knew that he tried to stop the king from performing sacrifices, the king would not hear him. Therefore, he is describing the life Puranjana. But in this verse, he first discloses the intention, although not fully, by saying, like you. Generally, the karmis who are attached to increasing descendants have to perform so many sacrifices and worship so many demigods for future generations and satisfy so many leaders, politicians, philosophers, and scientists to make things go on properly for future generations. The so-called scientists are very eager to see that future generations will live very comfortably, and as such, they are trying to find different means of generating energy to drive locomotives, car, airplanes, and so on. Now they are exhausting the petroleum supply. These activities are described in Bhagavad Gita 2.41. व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः एकेह कुरु नन्दना बहुशाखा हि अनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो अव्यवसायिनः. Those who are on the spiritual path are resolute in purpose and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Kurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many branched. Actually, those who are in knowledge of everything are determined to execute Krishna consciousness, but those who are rascals, mudaha, sinners, dushkritanaha, and the lowest of mankind, naradhamaha, who are bereft of all intelligence, maya apavrita gnanaha, and who take shelter of the demonic way of life, asuram bhavam ashritaha, are disinterested in Krishna consciousness. As such, they become implicated and take on so many activities. Most of these activities center around the killing of animals. Modern civilization is centered around animal killing. Karmis are advertising that without eating meat, their vitamin value or vitality will be reduced. So to keep oneself fit, to work hard, one must eat meat, and to digest meat, one must drink liquor. And to keep the balance of drinking wine and eating meat, one must have sufficient sexual intercourse to keep fit to work very hard like an ass. There are two ways of animal killing. One way is in the name of religious sacrifices. All the religions of the world except the Buddhist have a program for killing animals in places of worship. According to Vedic civilization, the animal eaters are recommended to sacrifice a goat in the temple of Kali under certain restrictive rules and regulations and eat the flesh. Similarly, they are recommended to drink wine by worshipping the goddess Chandika. The purpose is restriction. People have given up all the restriction. Now, they are regularly opening wine distilleries and slaughterhouses and indulging in drinking alcohol and eating flesh. A Vaishnava Acharya like Narada Muni knows very well that persons engaged in such animal killing in the name of religion are certainly becoming involved in the cycle of birth and death, forgetting the real aim of life, to go back home, back to Godhead. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
More.
Thus, the great sage Narada, while instructing Srimad Bhagavatam to Vyasa Muni, condemned the karmakanda fruitive activities mentioned in the Vedas. Narada told Vyasa, जुगुप्सितं धर्मकृते अनुशासतः स्वभाव रक्तस्य महान् व्यतिक्रमः यद्वाक्तो धर्म इति तरः स्थितो न मन्यते तस्य निवारणं जनः. The people in general are naturally inclined to enjoy, and you have encouraged them in that way in the name of religion. This is verily condemned and is quite unreasonable. Because they are guided under your instructions, they will accept such activities in the name of religion and will hardly care for prohibitions. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.5.15. Sri Narada Muni chastised Vyasadeva for compiling so many Vedic supplementary scriptures, which are all intended for guiding the people in general. Narada Muni condemned these scriptures because they do not mention direct devotional service. Under Narada's instructions, direct worship to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as described in Srimad Bhagavatam, was set forth by Vyasadeva. The conclusion is that neither the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu nor his devotee ever sanctions animal killing in the name of religion. Indeed, Krishna incarnated himself as Lord Buddha to put an end to animal killing in the name of religion. Animal sacrifice under the name of religion is conducted by the influence of Tamo Guna, the mode of ignorance, as stated in the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 18.31 and 32. या धर्मम् अधर्मं च कार्यं च अकार्यम् एव च अयथावत् प्रजानाति बुद्धिः स पार्थराजसी अधर्मं धर्मम् इति या मन्यते तमसावृता सर्वार्थान् विपरीतांश्च बुद्धिः स पार्थतामसी. That understanding which cannot distinguish between the religious way of life and the irreligious, between action that should be done and action that should not be done, that imperfect understanding, O son of Pruta, is in the mode of passion. That understanding which considers irreligion to be religion and religion to be irreligion under the spell of illusion and darkness and strives always in the wrong direction, O Pruta, is in the mode of ignorance. Those who are involved in the mode of ignorance manufacture religious systems for killing animals. Actually, dharma is transcendental. As Lord Shri Krishna teaches, we must give up all other systems of religion and simply surrender unto him. Sarva dharmam parityajya. Thus, the Lord and his devotees and representatives teach the transcendental dharma, which does not allow animal killing at all. At the present moment, it is the greatest misfortune that in India, many so-called missionary workers are spreading irreligion in the name of religion. They claim an ordinary human being to be God and recommend meat eating for everyone, including so-called sannyasis. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pasatu Deshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Ije Chakrutu Bhir Ghore Pashu Marakai Devan Pitrin Bhutapatin
देवान् पितॄन् भूतपतीन्
Anakamo Yatha Bhavan
नानाकामो यथा भवान्
Narada continued, my dear King Prachina Parishad, like you, King Puranjana also became implicated in so many desires. Thus he worshipped demigod, forefathers, social leaders with various sacrifices, which are all very ghastly because they are inspired by the desire to kill animals. Hare Krishna, everybody.
हरे
हरे कृष्णा सभी को सादर प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी,
कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
दंडवत प्रणाम।
So Narada is very careful. He has come to see Prachina Parishad who is doing big yagnas. And in these yagnas, he is killing animals. He is watching that. And not one, he is doing so many yagnas that Havana kundas are available, visible all through the earth. Sometimes it's some big function, they do 10 Havana kundas, 20. Practically everywhere he is doing yagnas. And they're all done with the karmakanda mentality. Not done just like we also do Sankirtana Yagna, but that is done for the satisfaction of Krishna. But he is doing all these karmakanda activities for personal desires. Therefore, Prabhupada quotes the shloka, Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekaha kurunandana bahushakaya anantasya buddhayo avyavasayana. So when the heart isn't fixed to offer our love to the Supreme Lord or His pure devotee, it finds total satisfaction. But the heart which goes to satisfy XYZ, we have to do so many activities, including devatas. We have to do so many sinful activities, so-called yagnas. The people, kind of desires people have, when you want to satisfy Krishna, Krishna is happy just with tulsi, leaf and water. Krishna is satisfied. You don't have to kill animals to satisfy Krishna. But ordinary people in this world have so many unlimited desires. And you spend whole your life to satisfy them. And in the course of that, you may do some yagnas to place devatas to get some blessings to satisfy your so-called band of relatives. And they never get satisfied on top of it. Sometimes it is killing animals, sometimes you may be torturing other people for so many personal interests. You see the people in the society are so greedy, selfish, many of them not for themselves, it is for their family members. They're working very hard. They are looting, plundering, cheating, doing everything just to satisfy their so-called band of relatives. And on top of it, they never get satisfied. And Krishna, to get satisfied, you can offer tulsi and Krishna is fully satisfied. When Mahavandev was scolding Bali Maharaj that you cheated me, you said 3 steps, where is the 3rd step? Arrest him, he is a cheat, he is a thief. He was just testing him. At that time Brahma came. He said, my Lord, what is this? Somebody offers a little tulsi and water, you become totally satisfied. He has given the whole universe. Still you are upset. That is the Leela of the Lord. But actually Lord is completely satisfied. That's why Advaita Acharya, when he wanted Lord Chaitanya to come down, that's what he does. He offers to Shaligram water and tulsi and he prays, please come. Because he quotes a shloka, he says the Lord sells himself to a devotee, with devotion offers him just tulsi and water. That's all. God gives himself. He is so easily conquered, Krishna. So we want to love. But in loving so-called people in this world, you have to do so many sinful activities, including killing animals. But in loving Krishna, you don't have to do that. Because Krishna anyways doesn't ask for that. Patra pushpa phalatoyam, there is no masam there. No annam omeletum is not there. And offering love to Krishna, you just think about it honestly and truthfully. So many people who love in this world, do they love you? Actually, nobody loves you. Their eyes are somewhere else. They're all seeking, nobody is going to surrender to you for your enjoyment. है भी कोई? आपका पूरा शरणागति कर देगा आपको प्रसन्न करने के लिए, कोई नहीं है इस दुनिया में. वो आदमी को ढूंढते रह जाओगे, नहीं मिलेगा दुनिया में, है ना? सच है ना? Even marriage we think, totally surrender to me for my enjoyment. There also you will, that's why fight occurs, dishum. But there also that is not true. We are searching for somebody who will totally surrender to me and give me pure love. Sir, that will not happen. Only one person can reciprocate So you are searching for somebody who can reciprocate my love. Many times people say that, why do you need God? बोलते हैं ना, भगवान की क्या जरूरत? अगर है भी तो क्या करना है? See, and you try to convince them because God is there, you are getting food to eat. क्या नहीं करना है ना? So many angles you can tell. But most important angle, you have a desire to love. And nobody actually loves you except Krishna. He is the person, actually he loves you. Therefore in Bhagavad Gita, what does Krishna say? Suhridam sarva bhutana, the best well-wisher. He loves you in spite of any condition. In spite of the condition, you go to the animal kingdom. In spite of the condition, you do so many sinful activities. In spite of the condition that, so many things. But Krishna actually loves us. So, Krishna actually loves. And his reciprocation of love makes person totally satisfied. His mind becomes totally satisfied. And therefore, an intelligent person does that. Narad Muni knows that Prachina Parishad is, trying to satisfy his own material desires and desires of his family, so-called, and he is doing so many yagnas. But in the course of it, he is doing so many sinful activities. He is conscious of that. And therefore, he is very kindly instructing him. My dear sir, what are you planning to do? What are you planning to do? And he tells him the story of Puranjana. And Puranjana's story is of somebody, a person. Actually, that is Prachina Parishad. Sometimes it happens in class, somebody is speaking, लगता है मेरे बारे में तो नहीं बोल रहा है ना? लगता है ना? So similarly, he is suspicious. मेरे बारे में बोल रहा है क्या? So Narad Muni doesn't tell anything. He keeps telling his allegorical story, he keeps building. In fact, the story is so interesting. At the end, everything he told is symbolized. It's a super brain of Narad Muni, as you will hear later. Everything was symbolized. Your sons, grandsons, his wife, everything is symbolizing something for a conditioned living entity in the material world. That is happening. It's a super brain of Narad Muni, we will see now after a few shlokas. But he's Prachina Parishad, he's talking about me, but he's not speaking his name. He's saying, there was a person called Puranjana. Many times he tells story. He's thinking, and then he says, in this Yatha Bhavan, Prabhupada quotes, he says, like you, sir. In a respect, Bhavan, like you, he's also involved in so many sinful activities. In fact, Narad Muni will show him later. Animals are waiting to take revenge. Because just for his fruitive desires, he killed animals. You have to pay for it. It will not go free. So, what is the use? So therefore, when we do spiritual life, at least by grace of Srila Prabhupada, grace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we have come to something of spiritual life. Now Prabhupada says, art of Krishna consciousness, defines in Krishna book very nicely, art of focusing on love to Krishna and the spiritual master, Krishna includes spiritual master, is called bhakti. Correct? Presently we have love, it is spread so many places. And if you think of reciprocation from other people for the love, your life will be frustrated. If other people you do duty, but Krishna you offer your heart, and spiritual master your heart. Yes. Kaunteya pratijani name bhakta pranashyati. Arjuna go and declare, my devotee will never perish. Salpo api asa dharmasya rayate mahato bhayat. Even little service done, salpa. Salpa means little. Salpo api asa dharmasya rayate mahato bhayat. Even little service, salpa, will save us from the greatest danger. So nice it is actually, so nice. Even little service. This is amazing. Where in this world you do so much and people don't even remember. But Krishna, you do little, that's a mark of a great man. You do a small thing, it takes it so big. And you make the greatest offense, he takes it very small. That's the mark of a great man. Similarly, Krishna is also like that. So many million lives we have been offending him. Shri Shri Radha Govinda ki, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki. So many lives we have been offending him, he takes it very small. But little service we are doing to Krishna, he takes it so big. Oh, so wonderful. So wonderful. So nice. He has come for my darshan. Even though he is not interested to hear class, Krishna is very happy. Good, welcome. So nice. That is why Krishna's heart is, that's a sign of a great man. Won't you like to go to such a person? Correct? So therefore, if you want to love somebody, first our love has to be offered to Krishna. Correct? किसी को अपना प्यार देना चाहते हो पहले कृष्ण को दो. Because that is the place you should put your love. And Krishna will never break your heart. And he takes it very, very gentle way. And the reciprocation starts immediately. And what is the first thing Krishna does at reciprocation? Start purifying your heart. Shanavatam Sakata Krishna Punya Shavana Kirtanaha Hridyantaste Abhadrani Vidhunoti Suhrisatam. Why? Suhrita. Because all my problems is because of contamination of the heart. I am there in the material world because of that only. And I am getting implicated in more and more unwanted things because of that only. So when you start, take a small step. Krishna take 10 steps. You take a small step for self-purification. Krishna says, very good. That's why it says, the Vatsa Padam, Samashitaye Padapallava Palavam, Mahat Padam Purna Yasho Murare, Pavamudi, Bhava Ambudi. Ambudi means ocean of material existence, become Vatsa Padam, very small. When you take a sincere desire to go to Krishna, you want to achieve pure devotion service, pure love of Krishna. तो लगता है संभव है यार, मुश्किल है, बहुत मुश्किल है. मेरे तो इतनी जगह मेरा मन इधर उधर बिखरता रहता है. अब हाउ विल आई अचीव प्योर डिवोशन? ठीक है भाई, आज से जरा जपा थोड़ा अच्छा करते हैं. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. यू मेड अ स्मॉल डिसीजन, है ना? आज से एटलीस्ट 5 मिनट प्रॉपर किताब पढ़ेंगे. 0 पढ़ते हैं, आज से 5 मिनट शुरू करते हैं. ओके, आई विल रीड 5 minutes. 5 minutes you will read 1 page. I'll read 1 page. Now you see Krishna reciprocated. Very nice. Who will do like this? Yeah. People, you do something bad, they will not forgive for this life. This life मैं माफ नहीं करूँगा तेरे, है ना? You blaspheme somebody, will say, I'm not going to see your face this life. But Krishna is not like that. Immediately it is ready to reciprocate. Welcome. Always you are welcome. In spite of any condition, just like parents, whatever, you might have had a fight or something, you can go to the parents, not an issue. Correct? Immediately they are ready to strike. Similarly, Krishna is like, immediately he is ready. Arey, I have done so much sinful activities, I have offended Krishna so many times. How now? You start now. Somewhere you start. Therefore, whenever it used to be a very unfortunate situation, the devotees used to leave the movement and they used to go back to sinful activities. But still they used to write to Prabhupada, what do we do? So Prabhupada used to say, some or another, don't stop service to Krishna. Prove to Krishna. That you want to serve him. The prove to Krishna you are serious, if you are. One devotee writes to Prabhupada, Prabhupada, what to do? I left everything. Now I am doing sinful activities, breaking 4 regulative principles. What should I do? So Prabhupada says, prove to Krishna you are serious, if you are. See, nice encouragement, right? He said, no, you left me, now you are useless, I am not look at your face, so don't write to me anymore. Nothing like that. What to say? Prabhupada says, prove to Krishna you are serious, if you are. Encouraging, challenging him. So I said, yes, okay, I can do something. So therefore, always the doors of Krishna are open. And there is such a personality. In the दुनिया में किसी को गाली दो उसके बाद इस दुनिया इस में जिंदगी आपका चेहरा नहीं देखेगा, नहीं आने का, है ना? मेरे पास नहीं आने का. Krishna, how many lives you have been offending him, speaking whatever you want, but Krishna is always door is open. So you love Krishna. And when you are coming to the platform of loving Krishna, that is called pure devotion service. And in this devotion service, pure devotion service, there has to be no meat eating, definitely. So If somebody is eating meat, many times the big controversial thing. In a net, if you see eating meat and spiritual life, people say, what my food has to do with my spiritual life? खाने से क्या फर्क पड़ता है? हाँ, आप वेजिटेरियन है, but आपको बहुत अहंकार है. Non-veg is better than you. ऐसा बोलते हैं तरह तरह का. And Prabhupada is talking is not directly naming, because unfortunately that movement has become popular. So he's not directly, Prabhupada doesn't name, at least here. Some other places they name. Chicken mission. He calls it chicken mission. Calcutta famous है ना chicken mission. They have big ashrams and they have poultry inside. आश्रम के अंदर poultry. मजाक देखो. अभी हुआ था हमारे, we were in Bangalore, we were in temple. So उनके सन्यासी आगे थे हमारे टेम्पल में. So they requested can we stay. So हम लोग क्या बोले, हम तो सन्यासी लोग आए, ठीक है भाई, चलो थोड़ा इज्जत करना, यहाँ रुक जाइए रात को, भाई एक रात के लिए रुकना. हमने कहा चलो, उनको तो फ्री का रहने का चाहिए था. हमने बोला ठीक है रह दो चलो. तो सुबह सुबह ब्रेकफास्ट गया, उनको हमारे क्या जाता है इडली चटनी सांभर गया. बोले मीट नहीं है क्या? और सन्यासी से डंडा लेके मीट चाहिए. तो ये हालत है एक्चुअली. एंड उनके जो प्रिसेप्टर्स हैं, देयर लीडर्स एंड सो मेनी आनंदास, they say they are God. Prabhupada used to say, when I have real Rama, why do I go for duplicate Rama? When I have real Krishna, why do I go for duplicate Krishna? जैसे दुकान में जाते हो, वो दवाई देता है आपको, वो बोल रहा है कि ये ओरिजिनल है, ये डुप्लीकेट है. तो आप ओरिजिनल हो गया ना, मेरे को डुप्लीकेट क्यों चाहिए? ओरिजिनल दो ना. तो लोगों को डुप्लीकेट चाहिए. ऐसे बेवकूफ़ लोग. So what can be done? This is a reality. And people are, unfortunately, you will find their photo in practically every house. सब जगह लगा. And you tell meat eating is bad. कैसे? क्यों? हमको मीट खेलने का, फुटबॉल खेलने का, मीट खाने का, स्ट्रॉन्ग बनने का, स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ मतलब नायम आत्म बलिदेन लभ्यः, उसको कोट करते हैं श्लोकों को. अरे मूर्खों, ये श्लोक बोला है बलराम जी का. Without the mercy of Balaram, you cannot get Krishna. That's the slogan. Nayam atma balahine labhya. वो बोलते हैं बल स्ट्रेंथ. क्या करें, संस्कृत पढ़ाने वाला आदमी नहीं है. ये बल बलराम गुरु चाहिए होता है शास्त्र को समझने के लिए. अब उसका उन्होंने खींच दिया. तो बल चाहिए भगवान को समझने के लिए, बल के लिए मीट खाओ. हो गया. ये पूरा शास्त्र को उल्टा पुल्टा कर. It doesn't understand. In fact, says this tanker wasn't a noka. You see the tanker? Come back. So, tanker. So this is a present situation actually. In fact, many people say our religion is superior. Our religion is supreme. We don't have to look at other religions. They cannot be allowed. One country is saying, our neighbor, the Hindus cannot be allowed equal voting rights because they have a very inferior religion. Our religion is supreme. देखो तो सभी लोग बोलेंगे. So there has to be a criteria. So Bhagavatam says, which is actually a parodharma, it says that these 4 qualities should develop in an individual. Doesn't matter whichever religion you follow. Now we are going to put a standard. Our religion is good if the people develop these 4 qualities. What are the 4 qualities? First thing, person should be truthful. Gentleman quality, satya. Satya. Brahmana purpose is always, the first quality purpose is always satya. He should be truthful. Then he should be merciful. Should be very merciful. The person. It's a good, great quality of a gentleman. Then the person should be austere. He should be very, very austere. Ready to do any tapasya. And finally, the person should be very clean. Shaucha. अगर किसी को भी देखोगे, 4 qualities make a person wonderful. All other qualities are permutation, combination of these 4 qualities. And these 4 good qualities are broken by 4 regulative principles. And all the sinful activities are permutation, combination of these 4 sinful activities. So what are they? Dyuta, gambling, that will break Truthfulness. Because why? Quick money, they will cheat. Easy to understand. So you see, where the people have the quality of truthfulness, then panam, intoxication, that will break the quality of austerity. There are so many ways you can explain. Because intoxication means you'll break your body and also break your mind. You lose capacity. Anybody is addicted, intoxicated, he loses his capacity. Tell him, nowadays the biggest topic is mindfulness. We are discussing mindfulness. Arey Baba, when you do sinful activities, what mindfulness you will have? Simple. Let the people stop all sinful activity. They have clear concentration. So, panam, intoxication, will break his whole spirit. Striya, illicit sex. Illicit sex, whole time hunting. I want one woman, one wife, another wife, another wife. है ना, ऐसे भी चल रहा है लोगों का धर्म के नाम क्या है? Striyam, you cannot keep your mind pure in service to the Lord. And shuna, meat. In fact, today the meat eating is so prominent. If suppose in the beginning of the course we say, first thing, all the people hearing here in the class stop meat eating, 90% people will exit the course. Correct? We are so scared. Some teachers in level 1 don't even talk about meat eating. So difficult. But Dvitam Padam Striyam Shuna, meat eating is so much part of the society. Shuna. So what goes? Mercy goes. Because person. So what is overall happening is that in a tendency to satisfy so-called masters, person become merciless. But in a desire to satisfy Krishna, amazing qualities of mercifulness comes. Actually, when your heart is put in Krishna, it's just like you're trying to go towards the sun. Automatically you become, correct? So because you put our heart in Krishna, the symptoms will be, these qualities will appear in our personalities. Automatically. All the wonderful qualities will manifest. Just put your heart in Krishna. Because Krishna has all the qualities. So, if you can do this, it will be very, very nice. As you progress in Krishna consciousness, more and more, you will be ornamented. Kleshagni Shubhada. When we enter the house of Shuddha Bhakti, first thing your anxiety should disappear. Smile comes on the face. And Shubhada, auspicious qualities start manifesting within you. So that is the proof of we have entered by the grace of the Lord the pure devotional service. But then people will give counter argument, plants also have life. There is a big presentation, I don't know how many of you have seen that. Why embrace vegetarianism, correct? But when you go have the preaching target, they don't think that that's the only thing we are focusing. Some people are only focused on vegetarian food. Onion, garlic, vegetarian food. Some people only, hey Baba, first thing person should chant. If not chanting, what is the use of talking to him? Correct? Now there may be some people, they're only vegetarian. Birds are also vegetarian, they may also not eat onion, garlic. What's the big deal about it? Sometimes the parents only focus on them. Arey Baba, let him chant, that is the first thing. So many devotees, they are chanting, correct? They are in hostel, they are eating everything, nothing. They are able to. First thing is chanting. When people come to you, what do you do first thing? First of all, meat chodo. है ना? Onion garlic chodo. First of all, japa shuru karo. Start chanting. That's the first thing in spiritual life. Up or down, sometimes devotees fall down and you're very worried, he's eating meat. अरे जपा कराओ, automatically सब कुछ कर देगा वो, है ना? Therefore, our objective should be as people come. Somehow, we made such a big elephant, this temple, white elephant बोलते हैं ना, है ना? Marble का है ना? But then white elephant is generally given as a picture as something which becomes a liability, which becomes a challenge. No. We use this facility to preach, make people chant. What's the difficulty? At least make one person chant in a day, new person. Why don't you chant, sir? Many people don't chant because nobody told them to chant. Because people, whatever they're practicing, somebody told them, no, ये करो, वो करो, इसका पूजा करो, इस भूत का पूजा करो, ये करो. किसी ने बोला इसलिए कर रहा है. अब उसमें आप बोलो, हरे कृष्ण मंत्र का जपा शुरू कर दो. When you start chanting the Maha Mantra, Shubhada, automatically he will leave everything. In fact, my experience is that when I read Bhagavad Gita, मेरे को एक word समझ नहीं आया. But automatically when I went to the mess, I said no, I cannot eat meat. Immediately that effect will come, without even directly instructing. Within the heart, the slowly inspiration will come. Stop all these things. This is a very, very auspicious thing to make people chant. And what is happening when they are chanting? They are remembering the name of the Lord. And when you are chanting the name of the Lord, memory will come, no? Automatically. When you are chanting somebody's name, उस किसी का नाम बोलते हो उसके बारे में सोचना शुरू कर देते हो ना, तो automatically, gradually, we are chanting mechanically, but still forcing your mind to chant the name of the Lord. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Slowly the Lord's memory will awaken within the heart. And the love for the Lord will, that is the unique gift of chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Just by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, the love for Krishna will fructify within the heart of the individual. That is where we should focus on. And automatically, we don't have to tell this is the first day, give up non-veg, chanting. And as they start chanting, very soon you will say, they give up all kind of drinking, liquor, meat eating, everything will give them. That's a sign they are now in the path of progress to spiritual life. And very soon, they'll start achieving peace of mind. Very soon you see all the wonderful qualities will appear. So somebody says, I'm a vegetarian. It's not a big deal because even animals are vegetarian, so many birds are vegetarian. Not a big deal, so many birds vegetarian, that's not everything. But that should not be a matter of pride. At the same time, if we have the load of sinful activities, one Srila Prabhupada was talking to one lady, reporter, and he was trying to convince her for a long time, we are not the body, we are spirit, soul. That's the first thing to convince anybody. The rest of the things start after that. But she was not able to understand. So Prabhupada immediately, are you eating meat? So she said yes. And Prabhupada says, it is very difficult to convince people who are eating meat. In fact, that this instance also comes in Lord Chaitanya Leela. Somebody comes to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, can you tell me about Krishna? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, I don't know about Krishna. When I want to know about Krishna, I hear Advaita Acharya. And he is such a great Acharya that even meat eaters he can make into Krishna devotees. So converting a meat eater into devotee shows you are really powerful. You understand? That means that becomes an obstacle. It's true. So it becomes difficult to advance spiritually if you continue to eat meat. But true, in the beginning it does happen. Now if you are preaching, if you say we will not preach to people who are eating meat, then it's over. Nobody is going to listen to you. I sometimes in the colleges used to show the presentation why embrace vegetarianism in the beginning. It's very difficult. They find some loophole because you directly attack their plate which they are eating every day. शुरू में बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा. बाकी तो philosophy है, that doesn't have any direct implication. But you talked about vegetarianism on the first day, it will have a lot of problems for people because they are not submissive to you. And whatever you say, they will find a way out. You say plants also have life, this, that, that. They will. There was once that question was there. So once the mother of a devotee could not stand the child has joined ISKCON. She brought a priest to argue with Prabhupada and prove his philosophy is wrong in front of the child. So she brought that one big powerful priest, good orator and all, and he has come to actually debate with Prabhupada. And then Prabhupada is speaking to him, trying to convince him. And he's just adamant. He said, no, what is wrong? So Prabhupada says, what is wrong in eating meat? Plants also have life. So Prabhupada said, if that is your criteria, then eat human beings. Then eat human beings. Eating, if you say there is a difference actually. Human beings, see, we are following what the Vedas say, but Vedas are logical, no? See, the amount of consciousness that is developed in a human being is much more than an animal. And the consciousness of an animal is much more than a plant. So the pain is reduced, no? When you take a plant, practically many times the plant is dead by the time you eat. You take fruits, no pain. Okay, na? You take so many grains, no pain. So it's plant, it is highly reduced. Just like when you are unconscious, आपका ऑपरेशन हो रहा है, हाथ पैर काटते हैं, आपको तो पता भी नहीं चलता. So conscious reduce होता है तो पेन कम होता है. Have you seen any plant? नहीं तोड़, मेरे को दर्द हो रहा है. तो ये तो प्लांट तो कोई भी प्लांट चीखता नहीं है ना. एंड फल लेने में तो खुश है, बहुत खुश है, उसको तो फायदा है, उसका रिप्रोडक्शन विल हैपन लाइक दैट ओनली. You throw the seed somewhere, another plant will come out. So therefore Krishna is logical when he says that patra pushpa phalam thoya. Prabhupada says we are not vegetarian, we are Krishnatarian. Because if Krishna would have said masam, andam, omeletam, we would have eaten that. But Krishna the list में बोला ही नहीं, patram pushpam phalon thoya, में रुक गए. And you may bhakta prayachati. Krishna said, I will asnami, I will accept this. But he will not accept if you are going to give andam and omeletam. I remember when I was talking to one professor in a college, so I was telling him, we should be vegetarian because Krishna said we should be vegetarian. But so many other gods are eating. He said that argument. So that is the unfortunate situation in people. They don't know what the difference between Krishna and the Devi Devatas. Just like Prabhupada, we had the big Chandi Homa. So Chandi was there, you can offer liquor. And the other ones are there, Kali, you can offer meat. So people generally like this worship because apna bhi kaam ho raha hai, we can get meat. Kali Prasad we can have, and we can be very happy. And sometimes the slaughterhouse, they'll make a big deity of Kali, and they'll put, to say, bhai, Durga Kali Prasad mil raha hai. So people bhi maje se khate hain. But aisa nahi hai. It is for people of Tam. So therefore Prabhupada says, based on the modes of material nature, understanding is fixed. See, many times, you see the people are very convinced कि कुछ गलत नहीं है मीट खाने में, and we are convinced it is wrong, है ना? As much you are convinced it is wrong, that much is convinced it is okay. Why? Because Prabhupada reveals in the Gita shloka, dharma adharma, when you come to rajoguna becomes confusion and tamoguna becomes reverse. So when you go to tamoguna, that is, we think my understanding, my convictions, my realizations are all, I am thinking. No sir, based on your consciousness. If you start indulging in sinful activities, if you start involving in sinful desires, the consciousness goes down. When consciousness goes down, just like some people are there, they don't mind shouting at somebody. Dusra aadmi jaake, there was one man I know, he came home from Bangalore, he came to Mangaluru. And he went to his wife, and his child has failed in some exam. वो इतना डांटा बीवी को, इतना डांटा बीवी को. The बीवी, imagine, she is waiting for months, he has not come. It happened in Mangalore. 3 children were there. And he so much he scolded his wife, कि why child, you're not taking care of the children, why she has failed. She went and committed suicide on that spot, jumped into the well and finished. So that person doesn't know how much pain I have given. Correct? So tamasic person is not conscious what is he speaking. दूसरे को कैसा लग रहा है. Sattva person means he is in goodness. He is happy, he spreads happiness. When some Rajoguna means you are disturbed, Tamoguna means you are in lot of pain. When somebody is disturbed in pain, he also gives pain to other people. So tamasic people, meat eating is a part of tamasic people, because a sattvic person, if he sees an animal and you kill, no, he cannot kill. Prabhupada himself talks about one situation where a man, he saw a man, he saw the situation personally, when a man had a chicken. है ना, अभी देखा ना बस में बांध के ले जाते हैं चिकन को. से यहाँ पे भी देखा ना कभी बस में, लोकल बस में कभी कभी आदमी बैठा रहता चिकन लेके, वो कॉक फाइटिंग से जीता है. हाँ पकड़ के ले जाते हैं. And I used to go to Nitte on the way cock fighting. It is illegal, it's happening even now. चल रहा है. So they are drunk most of the time. How do you enjoy that? So he had a chicken in his hand, पकड़ के रखते हैं और घर ले जाके जो हारता है जो जीतता है कोई फायदा नहीं, दोनों ही मरते हैं, दोनों को लोग खा जाते हैं. So anyway, so they take it home. So Prabhupada saw personally that he is killing the chicken and the child is crying, Papa don't do that, Papa don't do that. So child is better, he's sattvic, for him it's painful. Father is tamasic, he's laughing. क्या was the problem है? So when you are tamasic, so many people, like we just saw, every day we hear the news, some person in a church yesterday, somebody killed 4 or 5 people, took a gun and tack, shot and then shot him. Tamasic. They do not find difficulty in giving pain to another person. A sattvic person cannot. He cannot give pain. That is not part of his personality. His heart is full of kindness, truthfulness. He is very merciful. He will not give pain. Then on the other hand, there also we saw during the COVID time, there's so many people, you cannot say that's bad. They took biscuits out. They're very cautious that the dogs on the street, उनको कुत्तों को खाना नहीं दे रहा है कोविड के टाइम में. तो बहुत लोग रिस्क ले रहे थे, मास्क लगा के जा रहे थे, कुत्तों को बिस्किट खिला रहे थे, है ना. अभी there was a situation in Delhi, the Supreme Court ordered the petition, all the dogs should be taken out, street dogs, and put in shelters, because many dog bites are happening and people are dying. So many children are just mauled, slaughtered by dogs, gangs of dogs. So there was a huge protest in the country, huge protest. कुत्तों को ऐसे shelter में रख देंगे, ये. And so people are showing so much mercy. लेकिन घर बैठे मीट खाते हैं. अरे राम, समझ नहीं आता. अभी ये भी नहीं है. There is some organization called PETA, Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, PETA. So they also talk so much about animal experimentation. Colleges में ethics committee होती है. I used to be part of that sometime. One religion person should also be there. So कभी कभी हम लोगों को ही बुलाते हो, ठीक है. In those ethics committees, they discuss that we are going to do this experimentation on animal. Should we do or not? A lot of protests happened because they were testing shampoo on rabbits. Rabbit की eyes बहुत अच्छी होती हैं. उसमें शैम्पू क्या होता है, आप शैम्पू से नहाते हैं, कभी कभी हो सकता है पूरा शैम्पू ही आँख में पड़ जाए, है ना. तो टेस्ट करना पड़ेगा कितना आई को डैमेज होगा, तो उसका आँख खोल के पूरा शैम्पू डाल देते हैं देखने के लिए क्या होता है. एंड इन कोर्स ऑफ दैट स्मॉल रैबिट समटाइम्स दे लूज देयर आइज. ओके, सो उसके लिए बड़ा प्रोटेस्ट हुआ एंड बैन हो गया कि नो मोर, बिकॉज एनफ शैम्पूज आर देयर इज नो मोर टू क्रिएट न्यू शैम्पूज, लेट अस नॉट टॉर्चर द एनिमल. इतना बात हुआ, बड़े बड़े किताबें लिखेगी सबके लिए, घर बैठे मीट खा रहे. Now, how many animals you are doing animal experimentation? Maybe thousands, but trillions of animals you are killing. It is said, if every day we kill one human being equivalent to one animal, suppose जितने animal हैं उतने human being मारो हर दिन, जितने animal मारते हो उतने मनुष्य को मारो हर दिन, कुछ दिन में population खत्म हो जाएगा. इतने जानवरों को मारा जाता है हर दिन. And then we say, why Prabhupada says, why there are so many wars? बेमतलब में लड़ रहे हैं लोग, है ना. अभी रशिया इराक में बम फेंके जा रहा है, अफगानिस्तान में जिसको मन आता है फेंक देता है बम, है ना. ऐसे ही होता था. एंड वो इराक का भी यही हाल है. लोग जिसको मन आता है बम फेंके जा, लोग मर रहे हैं, जबरदस्ती मरने जा रहे हैं हर दिन. जैसे रशिया यूक्रेन, डेली thousands of people are dying, and they're dying like we kill animal also. Hitler when he killed like we kill animals. एक रूम में बंद करके गैस फेंक देता था, खाली इतना बुलेट खराब हो गया, है ना, और सब मर जाते थे. बाहर निकाला, एक और ग्रुप को फेंका, फिर गैस फेंकता था. सो जस्ट लाइक वी आर किलिंग एनिमल्स, द लॉ ऑफ नेचर आर किलिंग अस. सो यू मे थिंक यू मे एस्केप, यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू एस्केप. इवन इन इंडिया, animals have been killed for some time now. And when India was invaded for 700 years, people were slaughtered like animals, है ना. Because papa karma is accumulated. Anywhere papa karma is accumulated, just wait, reaction is going to come. Okay? Nobody can escape. Every action has the equal opposite reaction. So you give all kind of excuses if you do sinful activities. Be ready. There will be severe punishment for all that. Okay? So this has to be stopped at all the cost. Okay? We should have, therefore, in our regulatory principles, our conditions for initiation, one of the conditions is that no animal. Okay? Hare Krishna, everybody. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, pranam, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Sadar pranam, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Sadar Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.